Matter rock, I wanna pick a child.
Now they come now.
Oh, yeah.
Now we the mother the show from NYC.
I'm Ijeoma, and this is my sister Madaraka. Madaraka, tell the world what we're discussing today.
Y'all know what's good. We are Nigerian American International.
Niger Americans.
We're just sharing our thoughts, empowering women, right?
And the great thing is we have the best of both worlds. Being Nigerian, but born in America, but Nigerian descent, we get the best of both worlds because we have a culture of the Nigerian, being our parents installing the culture in us, and then we also have being raised around Americans. You know, we picked up on that culture too.
Exactly.
So then that we have to figure out together with both cultures who we are. And I've had struggles trying to define myself. And what I did in the end was use the grace of God and just take the best of both worlds. And I realized that it's made me unique.
And this is why we decided as sisters that it's time that we speak to the world, share our insights, and continue on the journey of mentoring our youth, talking to women, empowering young ladies, and seeing how we can make sure that we're a part of tomorrow's future.
Well, let's start with a topic of, or what do you think on, what's your thoughts on women being with women?
Well, women being with women, it depends on what you're talking about. What do you mean by women being with women?
I think
to
that,
what level, like, you know,
I think that under 21, I'm biased against it because I feel like until you're 21, you can't really figure out what you want. So I don't believe in the young kids, teenagers deciding by, you know, being with bisexual relationships.
To clarify, okay, so the question is basically what are the thoughts that we might have or I might have on bisexual or lesbian relationships. For me personally,
young children,
it's different levels of it. For one, there's a spirit behind even just the act, because we know biblically, we already know that the act of man or woman or woman is not supposed to be, you know, correct. You know what I'm saying? So biblically, we know already that is not what God ordered for us. And He's our creator. But I ain't say that. You know, you ain't heard from me, right? Let's like. But basically,
you're Madaraka. We're gonna take your word.
Thank you. Okay. Basically, it's a fact that you said in terms of relationship. I don't think anyone knows before the age of 21, even 25, what they want. Like, you know, like you're saying, like as far as falling in love and being in a relationship. No, I definitely don't think that at that age you're still being parented, hopefully, by your parents, whether you're in college, away or not. You're still being parented. So you don't really know what you want. And a relationship can influence your focus. So falling in love with a man on a man or fall in love with a woman is all the same in that sense when you're under the age of 21. So yes, I agree with you there.
I feel
you're
like
definitely not old enough to know.
I feel like society, media, community pushes and encourages bisexual relationships as opposed to giving people the opportunity to have a choice. Like it's exposed to you too young. High schools, you see two young ladies, 11 years old, both 11, holding each other. Like, how do you at that age know what you want? And I'm a woman that's not against or judgmental to anybody. I'm just worried about our society growing up and not having the opportunity to really, really, really know what you want. Maybe what it is that when we were younger, we kept our virginity for so long that now it's just like a taboo. It's a thing that when you're 15, you're having sex. Like,
already
I think that's horrible. I think until you're 19 years old, you shouldn't be going to another gender, physically.
Changing bodies, fluids, and taking a chance on things happening to you, you know, or inside you.
But it's crazy though, because the Bible has these children having kids so young, but they were a lot more mature younger. And you notice that the healthiest kids come out from younger, from the younger you are, the healthier your baby is.
Yes.
That's kind of backwards, but in that sense, I think it's just about being still, having faith, trusting God, not being in a rush. And if something feels right, it feels right. If it doesn't, it shouldn't be. So we need to just tap into our spirits more. And we won't talk too much of that topic. I don't want to offend anyone who's bisexual, because that's not my point. I was speaking of the younger generation that's gravitating to it so quickly.
Yeah, me too.
That's scary to me.
Me.
I don't feel like they have a chance. It's exposure. There's exposure everywhere, on the internet, on the media. It's like it's a natural thing.
I feel personally, and just before we end this topic, I do have a philosophy on that, in the sense of, if you look at the hip hop as a role model, and which will lead into our next topic. Mm-hmm. But if you look at the hip hop of today as role models, what we have seen from a strong female MC has been that I'm king. For some reason, we're given this concept of a woman as a king instead of a queen. We're not being a queen anymore. We want to be a king.
See, I don't believe in that.
So I feel that the past 2 or 3 even strong female MCs have given off that image. The first one even says it. Okay, so right. I'm speaking in terms of just as a fan of all of them per se. I like their music, but I mean, maybe not as a role model. No, not a fan in that sense, because I do feel like that this is what the hip hop industry promotes. This is what they want. This is what they want you to promote as an artist. Well, it is what it is,
I want to say, let me end this in saying, words have power. Be careful your choice of words. God made woman to be queen and man to be king. So words have power. Be careful with your choice of words. Yeah. When you're a woman, I think you should stay in that lane and consider yourself at the highest a queen. And that's why I love Madaraka, because there's always Queen Madaraka. I love it.
I'm not a feminist, but I believe in empowering women, making our lives great, because we have it and we're creative and we're from God. So guess what? We can create anything that we desire to create.
Absolutely.
On top of the next topic that we talked about, we just led into speaking about role models. How do you feel, sis? How do you feel about the females right now as role models in society, or versus, do you feel like they don't have to have that responsibility? They're just artists.
There's been a lot of talk, a lot of phone calls were made, biased against Cardi B on this last Grammy with Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. That people really felt uncomfortable watching the Grammys when these women were swinging from poles and being extra, I don't want to say a nasty word, but to say sexual, but people felt uncomfortable that their kids were watching this show. Everyone watches the Grammys, and they felt the need to cut off the TV. They were constantly reporting against it, and but just to say people weren't happy. Now, Cardi B is known to be a great artist. She's made music. She's received a Grammy. Megan Thee Stallion has done, oh my gosh, she's done absolutely wonderful. I'm so proud of her. Every single song has been a hit. Megan, shout out, kudos to you. You're doing so great. To both artists, you guys are really, 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 really doing great as far as a female Black community artist, just making your way and just doing big things. But I will say, I totally am against these when the artists can't have anything out their mouth but talking about how you can be freaked, or how you can be effed, or how you can be this. We got to think of other things. That's why I think of Lauryn Hill and I think of Madaraka. You have to figure out some words to sell music that's not just basically selling your body. Because truth be told, these young girls are looking up to you. These young girls do want to be a Cardi B or a Black China or a Megan Thee Stallion. You guys are the role models, so you have to figure out a way to go between the lines. And if that's the only way you can sell your music, then you need to do more things in the community to show an example of who you really are as a person. And it can't be just that, because if God allows you to be gifted to make it to the top, you have to give back, and give it back is showing these young women that you don't have to take off your clothes. You don't have to be freaky. You don't have to be all sexed up. That's not just a thing and a way to be, because you never know who's looking up to you and who's out there getting raped because of what they decide to put on. Who's out there being tortured because of the things they said. Who's out there underage being overdressed trying to be just like you. So it's really, really important, as you've been blessed to make it to the top, that you also show the other side to the world of being a classy, talented, well-spoken, and educated woman.
I love your message. I'm trying to tell you what you just said makes so much sense. I agree. I feel that they're role models. We are, as an artist myself, I do expect myself to be a role model. I try to pride myself in being a role model.
Absolutely.
So I'm careful. Yeah, I might not be perfect. I don't think I'm walking the street perfect white line, but I know that my Creator God made me to be who I'm meant to be. So I will show my womanness, my strength, and my power. And I don't have to make it all about me being, only me being a sexy dominatrix woman. And that's the only thing I can, offer to the world. No, there's things that you can offer. And matter of fact, she said it best, but I have an opportunity for you right now. Join me in Nigeria, in Africa, all around the world, as I empower the youth with the Baby Rocker Project.
Yes,
If you don't have
Baby
anything else
Rocker.
to do, trust me, there's plenty of things to do for female MCs. I have a program for you. Hit me
Will
up.
you let them know what your GoFundMe is? Because right now we're building a school in Nigeria for young children, and so they can have books, have things they need, and let people know what your GoFundMe is. So if they want to give to the GoFundMe, let them know what link they need to go to, because people need to help you build this school.
Definitely gonna have
so
that
when
link
it's
at the
built,
end of this video.
Okay,
On the screen.
Everybody give an opportunity, whether you give $20 or $2,000. You want an opportunity to be a part of this, because this is really, really necessary. We're in America, everything is accessible to us, but you also have to think of the rest of the world, in other countries where they don't have books, where they don't have clean water, where we really, really, really need to make a difference. And us being born in America but Nigerian descent, we are going over there and we're going to make a difference, and we just want you guys to join us. I'm excited about that. You can find my Instagram, Madam Milan, and go into my link, and there's a GoFundMe there. Or you can go into Madaraka's. She has one too. If you look at her Instagram, which is
at Madaraka, MADAROCKA.
You definitely can DM her, and she'll tell you exactly what to do. And I though you're my sister, I really have always admired how when you rap, I always feel the beat and the funness that everyone's looking for, but you never really talk sluttish. And I love that, because I can play your music while the kids are around. There's none of that. And that's not knocking to anyone. Do it, but you got to have a little bit of both. It can't all be that.
Yeah.
You got to have both.
Or
if you haven't gotten to that level, tap into it.
I believe that a female MC, as far as artists, is the first to be called a queen. So why not study what it is to be a queen? Why are we just out here doing anything, calling ourselves a queen?
Absolutely.
That's what I believe in.
Absolutely.
And like you said, I'm a fan of all of the modern day female MCs that's out there.
Yes.
Like Cardi, Nicki Minaj first and foremost, and Megan's cool. She has some beats that make you want to just like see another side of me come out, right? But no, they're all cool and ready for the dance floor. But I believe that it's beyond the dance floor. If you're getting millions of dollars invested in you, and you're putting videos out, and we're buying your music, and we're coming to your concerts and buying out your shirts and your merchandise and things for our children, I would expect more. I would expect better. I would like to see more role models coming out of. Be who you're going to be, but let there be another side of you, like Madam Milan said. And Madam Milan also teaches etiquette, team etiquette membership course that you guys will be seeing soon on her website.
Yes.
So you might want to be
forward
part of
to that.
See how to empower your life.
Charm School.
Yes, and take things to the next level.
Yes.
With my sis. You know how we do it.
Well,
was there another
sis,
question?
one more question.
Yeah.
I would like to speak on one other topic. What do you think of women that they're calling gold diggers? Sauce Sweetie and Quazo, they've been together for a while, but she recently did a interview or a show with Puffy Combs, Justin Combs, Puffy's son.
Yeah.
And I heard they were dating, but on that show, a lot of things came out, and I feel like she talked a lot about her expectations and how much money that her expectations of a man and what she needs and what she expects and all that.
Oh, yeah,
what is
I
your
saw
thought? Is there a measure that you have for men that you date? Is there a certain amount of money? How do you feel about that? I mean, I feel like to each his own. Whatever you look for, I don't knock it because me, I'm going to be honest. I always get what I want financially as far as that when it concerns men. But in a loving relationship, what if your man was to lose everything? Would you still be with him? What are your thoughts on that? A man having to have money.
Oh, I mean, I definitely believe that a man should come to a woman for a relationship when he has it together. But still, even a woman too, in this modern day, you want to have it together. So financially, there should be a strong financial presence for a successful relationship to transpire in this day and age. That is true because no one wants to give you handouts. So you gotta make something. You gotta make that bag.
What it is. Well, shout outs and good luck to Quavo and Saswita. We wish you guys the best. Hopefully everything you guys can pull it together and let love win. Nice American. I am Ijeoma, better known as Milan. Madam Milan is my Instagram.
I am Madaraka, or Madanaka Chuku, better known as Madaraka Chi. Instagram, Facebook me.